Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is obviously an eyeshadow tutorial and it's on this look that I've got on now. So a heavy wing, as you can see, heavy colours, really dark colours, but really stunning and really flattering for the eye. So obviously if you are interested in learning these techniques and how to achieve a look like this, then please stick around and keep on watching. Now obviously you're probably here more so for the product used in today's tutorial rather than the eyeshadow technique, but in my tutorial today you get both. So yeah, I am going to be reviewing the Stacey Marie Be Perfect Carnival 4 eyeshadow palette, and this is actually called the Antidote. So this is the packaging, and then on the back it's got all the colours here. So yeah, it's a massive palette. It's absolutely like really big. So you get a massive mirror, which is just so convenient for on the go, and these are the colours. So it's absolutely huge, but I really do love each and every one of the colours that Stacey Marie has chosen. But yeah, before we do jump in, please like this video if it is something that you do like, and obviously it must be because you're on this page or makeup related obviously. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell as well. That would literally help me out so much, mean the world to me. And also it would mean that you get notified each time I post a video. And I've actually got 3 giveaways this year. So I've got one giveaway now, which I'm going to leave the link in the description bar of this video too. I've got another giveaway next month, and I've got one giveaway coming in December. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, obviously turn on the notification bell, and also leave me a comment in the comment section on your thoughts of this palette. And at the end of the video I also chat through about a few other little things that I want you to leave in the comment section. But yeah, anyway, I hope that you all enjoy my review of the Stacey Marie Carnival for the Antidote palette, and I hope that you all do actually learn something new as well. So guys, I know that'll look probably totally terrifying because one eye is done and looks amazing and the other eye is completely totally bare. But yeah, that was just for timekeeping's sake. Like, I obviously don't want the video to be too long, so I decided to do this eye off camera. And the thing is, I was just having a mess about with this palette at first because there's so many different tones and colours. I actually didn't know what type of colour to choose or whatever, so I was kind of just like having a little play around with this eye, and I decided that if I liked this eye then I would fill in this eye on camera. So lucky for you guys, I do actually like how this eye turned out. So I'm just gonna obviously show you the packaging. So gorgeous packaging, very dark, which is what kind of like attracted me to this palette. And then it does have a mirror as well, and then these are the colours. So as you can see, there's so many different colours and they are all beautiful. So today I've more stuck to, oh, the palette's that big you can't really see. I've more stuck to this side of the palette, so more the reds, golds, purples, the deeper colours rather than the lighter colours. So you can probably see my little finger marks swatching certain shades, but yeah, I've kind of stuck to the more gold, bronzes, reds, coppers, and this is how it's turned out. I'm going to be really talking through the eyeshadow technique as I always do in all my videos. Yeah, because I just feel like eyeshadows, it just looks so easy when you watch a YouTube video, whereas in reality when you try and do it yourself, it can just be disheartening when you can't do it as quick or as blended or whatever. So yeah, that's the reason why I actually just talk through each step. The brush I'm going in with is the Morphe M433, and I normally always start eyeshadows with a brush like this. So as you can see, it's more of a flat brush, so it's perfect for packing on the shade, and I literally press it against the eyelid like this to pack down the shadow. And the first colour I'm going to be using is the shade October, which is this one. So I'm really making sure to get a lot of that on this brush, because I did notice with this palette that to actually get a good colour pigment, you really do have to dig in and really press. So there's not a lot of fallout with this palette, which is, that's a good thing. But yeah, you really, to get a good colour payoff, you really need to tap quite hard into the eyeshadow pans. Packing the colour down, as you can see, and I keep going back into the palette, picking up more to build up the intensity. And as you can see, I'm mainly focusing this just on the outer corners, and then whatever's left I'm just dragging it through the crease. So the reason I actually just pack the shadow down like this is because if I pack shadow down and then just go like and try and blend it, I just find that it goes patchy. I'm not sure if that's just me, but yeah, that's the reason why I actually like to just pack the shadow down and then blend away the edges then. So I'm blending away the edges using windscreen wiper motions. When I'm blending the edges of this first shadow, I've kind of tilted the brush to this angle now. Rather than pressed flat against the eyelid, kind of tilted it now, as you can see. So I'm just very lightly tracing over this shape. And as you can see, at first it's a very circular shape, but that will obviously be slightly winged out in a little while. So I'm just going to keep going back and forwards, just tracing around that circular shape until I am actually very happy with the pigmentation and that everything looks even and blended. And when I'm blending the edges, I am being very, very light-handed, by the way. I'm being really, really light, because that will give you a nice, soft, diffused, blown out look. Whereas if you're really pressing hard, I kind of feel like it disrupts the shadows and kind of probably has the opposite effect. It probably wears the makeup off more than presses it in more, if that makes sense. So that's the reason why I actually believe in using a really light hand just to fluff these edges over. Okay, so the next brush I'm going in with is more of a fluffier brush. So this is the first one, and this one is the second one. One's more domed, which is this one, and more rounded, and the other one is more, I'd say, like more square. So yeah, I'm going in with the domed brush. So this is the Morphe M433 brush, and from the palette I'm going to be taking the shade Cinnamon. So Cinnamon is this one. I will just be diffusing these edges. So I'll just keep going back into Cinnamon and just tickling over these edges now. And then as we're reaching the top of the brow bone, I know it looks really messed up right now, but yeah, as we're reaching the top of the brow bone, we're just literally going to be blending this shade, the shade Cinnamon, into the front of the brow and really diffusing it on the inner eyelid as well. So then the next step is I'm going to be taking the Morphe M518 brush, which is a clean, fluffy brush, and I'm literally just going to be blending over these edges. I'm using windscreen wiper motions, but I'm also just using little circular motions as well, as you can see me doing. The next brush I'm taking is the Zoeva 224 Luxe Defined Crease brush. So this is for more definition. So this brush is going to be used for, see here, the deep tones, the more purpley tones just above the cut crease. This brush is going to be used for that shade. So I'm going in with the shade Pecan. So I'm going in with this brush and I'm just literally, as you can see, running it through the outer edge of the crease, but in that like outer V, if that makes sense. And then I am eventually running the excess through the front of the crease as well, to the inner corner of the crease, sorry, not the front, what the hell, the inner portion of the crease, so the inner eye. And I'm only really packing it on in that outer V, as you can see, that's where I want the most colour to be. So as you can see, it's starting to really get some definition now. So now what I'm going to do is go back in with the Morphe M518 brush, and I'm going to go back in with the shade Cinnamon. Cinnamon is this shade right here. Yeah, Cinnamon is this shade. So it's a nice brown shade, and all I'm going to be doing is just tracing over where we've put that Pecan shade. So I'm placing this brush 50% on the Pecan shade and 50% on the colour above it. So that's the best way, in my opinion, to blend a darker colour into a lighter colour. So I'm just going to go back in with the clean brush now and just really make sure that all the edges are blended. moving on now to the waterline, I'm going to be taking the MAC Cosmetics Current Lip Liner Pencil. So this is like a nice deep purple, as you will see, a nice plum shade. And I'm just running this along the waterline. Now, even though this is a lip pencil, normally most lip pencils are safe for the waterline, so that's why I'm using it here. So I'm going to pick up now the Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 brush. So this is a bit like a pencil slash bullet brush. And I'm going back in with that pecan shade, which is the deep plum that I've used here, the darkest colour on the lid. And I'm just going to be literally blending this pecan shade into the waterline, which will obviously diffuse the pencil and make it look more blended and smoky, but it will also set the pencil so the pencil won't actually move throughout the day. And then I am also going to be taking some a little bit just on the top waterline, top lash line even. Okay, so now we're going to be going in with the shimmer shades. So the first shimmer shade that I actually used was a shade called Pin Up. So this one is Pin Up. So I'm just going to be going in with that first. And I'm using the P. Louise Mama Mitchell Acid Rain brush, the yellow one. It's just a really flat brush, flat synthetic brush, which is brilliant for picking up like pigment and really packing it on. So as you can see, I'm just dragging this across the eye, just like this at first, and I'm just swiping in a circular shape, as I hope that everyone can see. So this is like the easiest way to do a cut crease, and it takes the least amount of time ever. Yeah, it literally doesn't take much time, but as long as you get that circular shape, it literally is pretty much a cut crease. Just a little bit more of a subtle one than if you use like concealer. Okay, so my next step was to go in with another flat synthetic brush. So this is from the brand So Eco, and I'm going to be taking the shade Shimmer. Actually, what I think I've done on the other eye was go in with the shade Brass. So I'm taking the shade Brass on the Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader, and I'm just going to be pressing this over where I've put the Pin Up shimmer. Okay, that looks a lot better and a lot similar to how it looked before on the other eye. So now what I'm going to be doing is going in the centre with a lighter shimmer now, as you can see on this side, so it gives more of a spotlight effect to the eye. So the shades I used were Honey and Shimmer. This one is Honey, which is a deep yellowy gold, and then this one is called Shimmer, which is more of a, it's still a very yellowy gold, but not as gold as this one. So this shade Honey and this shade Shimmer. Now I'm going to be going in with the So Eco brush. So I'm picking up the shade Honey and just literally placing this in the centre. And then now I'm going to be going in with another shade, so the shimmer shade like I just pointed out, on another flat brush now. Or actually I think I used the same brush, so I'll just do the exact same technique. Yeah, I think I actually just used the same brush. So we're going in now with the shimmer shades. And again, this is just going on the centre of the lid, and look at the difference that makes. So far I adore this palette. All the shades are very pigmented, not much fallout at all, even on the shimmer shades, which normally happens in eyeshadow palettes, but yeah, even on those shades, not much fallout at all. So now I'm going back in with the shade Pin Up, just to make the edges of this darker and make sure that it actually is a spotlight eye. And by doing this technique, by having a spotlight eye, you'll make the eye appear bigger, but you'll also add some definition to the eye, so the eye will look like more 3D basically, by having the light just focused in the centre. So that is pretty much done. All I need to do now is do a winged liner, which I kind of probably can't talk while I'm doing this because it's so intense, but I will try my best to talk you through it. So I'm going to do that now. And for the gel liner today, I'm going to be using the Inglot gel liner. The Inglot AMC gel eyeliner, and mine is just in the shade Black. So I'm going in with the P. Louise Mama Mitchell Acid Rain green brush. So it's an angled brush, and I'm just going to be pressing this onto the eye. And gel eyeliners are so easy to drag along the eye, so easy to move, and I'm finding that it's not disrupting the eyeshadow underneath. So win-win so far. Okay, so as you can see, I've literally just placed the gel eyeliner literally across the eye, and then when I've dropped the brush down, just following my own natural eye shape, I've then done a slight little wing. So a good tip for doing a winged eyeliner is get an angled brush like this, so it's quite thin, and just literally, your wing is just a continuation of your bottom lash line. So that always acts as like a good guide of where you should put your wing. So here all I've done is literally joined that to my bottom lashes, and we all seen how easy that was. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I'm just gonna tap over this black gel eyeliner with a black eyeshadow. So in the palette there's a black called Mystic, so I'm just going to set this gel eyeliner as it's just something that I believe in. I believe that, like, even if makeup says, oh, waterproof, sweatproof, whatever, I just kind of think it's just better just to set it anyway. So I'm going in now with the Mystic shade, which is the black, by literally pressing this on top of that eyeliner. And then I'm still keeping that same brush, which I don't think I mentioned what that is. So the brush I used to set the winged eyeliner with black eyeshadow was the Zoeva 226 smudger brush. So I'm going back in with this now, and I'm just taking the shade Pecan, so that plum shade again. And this is just to kind of make the gel eyeliner look less harsh and a bit more blended. So I'm just literally tapping the Pecan shade just on top of the black eyeliner, but I'm also kind of going above just to give a more smouldering effect to the eyeliner. Okay, so now I'm going in with Mystic, so the black shade again, and I'm just literally keeping that kind of close to the lash line as possible, and then I'm just running Mystic just on the outer corners. This eyeshadow look. Just making sure that that is joined up. So now what I'm going to do is take a Maybelline New York Lasting Drama liquid eyeliner. This is in the shade black, and the reason I'm doing this, literally the only reason, is because I want that gradient. So I kind of like that it looks a bit blurred, so by keeping the blackest colour or the darkest colour closer to the lash line, that's what adds to this blurred effect. So I'm just going to do that now. Dead simple, just literally keeping it as close to the lash line as possible. Just take a little teeny weeny bit of concealer, like you don't need a lot at all for this, and just literally sharpen it up with concealer. That's like probably one of my best tips when dealing with a winged eyeliner. By the way, I've just literally wiped some of that off my hand on my hand as well, to just show you how much, like, you don't really need a lot. And then I'm just gonna blend this down, buff it in. And then now what I'm gonna do is just take a brush, a little fluffy brush, and dip into some setting powder. So this is just a pressed setting powder from Jordana T-shirt, just the pressed powder in the top. And just set where we put that concealer. Just another light dusting on the under eye, and I am taking the shade Shimmer. So this shade, I'm just really placing that on the inner corner, and then I'll just place a little bit just underneath the arch. So yeah, I've just placed a little bit of that Shimmer shade just underneath the arch of the brow, on the inner corner, and now I just need to do mascara. So I'm going in with the Maybelline Mascara Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara, and this is my favourite mascara of all time. It's a drugstore mascara, but it really does add so much length to the lashes. Like, I literally feel like, especially on this lash, I feel like I don't need to use false eyelashes, but I will do, probably knowing me. So yeah, I definitely recommend everyone to purchase this mascara. It's honestly amazing, so good. And I know it's a viral makeup product and everyone probably knows this already. I'm probably a bit late to the party, but this mascara is amazing. So guys, as promised, this is the finished and completed look. So yeah, just a very glam, over the top, wintry autumn look. So let me know what you thought of this tutorial. Did you enjoy it? Do you want me to keep doing more tutorials like this where I talk through the eyeshadow technique? What do you think of this palette? Are you going to buy it? Like, I'm obsessed with it. I think it's absolutely amazing. And Stacey Marie is one of my favourite makeup artists. Like, her creativity just blows me away every single time I see one of her looks. I'm literally like amazed. I hope that you all enjoyed the tutorial. Please don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment in the comment section, and also subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because at the moment I've currently got a giveaway. So if you want to enter that, there's still time. Go and enter that. There's also going to be a giveaway next month, and there's also going to be a giveaway in December. So obviously, to get notified, you're going to have to switch on the notification bell. But yeah, good luck to all who enter. Winner will be announced soon, and then we'll have another giveaway. Anyway, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for sticking around to the very end. I'm obsessed with this palette. I definitely recommend you go out and buy it, and I'm just like, can't wait to do another look with this palette. So look at those colours. I think next time my next look is probably going to be from this end of the palette, so something a bit more like green or whatever. But yeah, let me know what look you think I should do next in the comment section. Once you've liked, subscribed, turned on the notification bell, I will see you in my next tutorial.